In this series of video, we are going to look at quadratic expression. What is quadratic expression? Expression, as all of you know, are algebraic terms without an equal sign. So for quadratic, basically it means that it is expression with the term x squared in it. It can be just x squared, it can be x squared plus 1, it can be x squared plus x, it can be x squared plus 2x plus 3, something like that. Any expression with the term x squared that are inside will be known as quadratic expression. So we are going to learn how to simplify them and also factorize them. And eventually, when we move on to quadratic equation, we will learn how to solve them. So first lesson will be on simplifying quadratic expression. And the objective is today I will learn quadratic expansion, how to simplify them. Now, the key to take note is 2x times 3x is equal to 6x squared. So this is very important because you need to know that 2x is 2 times x, 3x is 3 times x, 2 times 3 you get 6, x times x you get x squared. This one is basic, you should know. And another thing that you ought to know is if I ask you what is 6x squared plus 7x, what's the answer? Is it 13x to know what? No, the answer is just 6x squared plus 7x because they are unlike terms and you cannot combine them together. This is very basic, which I will not go through. So let us look at the bread and butter of quadratic expression. This is the type of question that you will typically encounter. Slightly more difficult in terms of the coefficient if you encounter them in your O level or N level. Now, there are actually two methods, or 3 or 4 depending on how you look at it. I will only be teaching 2 methods. So let's start with method 1. But what I want you to take note is, right, this expression is very similar to if I look at it this way. Bracket 2 plus 1 times bracket 2 plus 7. Now, if I were to convert these two into number, it will just be 3 times 9. So it is like a rectangle that is 3 on one side and 9 in the length. Basically, expansion is like finding area of rectangle, something that we have learned. But if I want to break them down, what I can do is this. I can have a 2 and plus 1. So I will divide this rectangle like this. Then I have 2 and plus 7. So if I want to find the area of this smaller square, it will just be 2 times 2, I will get 4. 2 times 1, I will get 2. 2 times 7, I will get 14. And 1 times 7, I will get 7. So altogether, the area of this rectangle will be 4 plus 14 plus 2 plus 7. So method 1 will be something similar to this, or rather it's totally the same as this. The only difference is this I'm using 4 numbers, while this I have 2x, 1x here and 1x here, and 2 constant, 2 number, 1 and 7. So how do I translate the algebraic expression into the block method? Okay, so method 1, the block method. So very simple. I will also have a rectangle. Okay. So the breadth, I will just take it as x plus 1. Then the length, x plus 7. X times x will give me x squared. X times 7 will give me plus 7x. Plus 1 times x will give me x. Plus 1 times 7 will give me 7. So to write them all out, I will get x squared plus 7x plus x plus 7. I will get x squared plus 8x plus 7. So this will actually be the final answer to this question, simplifying this expression. Basically, it is expansion. So to expand, I just multiply them together. So this is the first method, which I forgot to write one down here. Please pause the video and copy the method down. So I hope that you have copied the method down. Let us look at method 2. So let me clear the board. And let's start with method 2. Now, one thing to take note is, I will just strongly encourage all of you to use method 2. But for method 2, right, there's a disclaimer. Disclaimer. As good as method 2 is, it is only feasible for this type of quadratic expression, whereby you times a bracket, a 2 by 2 bracket, 1 term, 2 term, 1 term, 2 term. So it can only be used for 2 times 2. What do I mean by 2 times 2? There's 1 term, 2 term, 1 term, 2 term, 2 times 2. If let's say I have like x plus 1 plus y like this one is 3 times 2, then I cannot use this method anymore. This method is only applicable to a 2 times 2 quadratic expansion. But for all intent and purpose, it is quite sufficient for your O-level or N-level syllabus. So this method, I like to call it the times plus method. Or some people like to call it the bait method because it involves this thing, which some people thought, it looks like bait. So how do I use this bait method or xxx plus method, which is actually not x, it's times. So first of all, we set up the bait. Then, because it's a bait, we need to put one set of term on top of the other set of term. So x plus 1, which is this term over here. Then I will have x plus 7, which is this term over here. So what do I mean by times plus? So the first times is here. X times x will give me x squared. Second times is down here. 1 times 7 give me positive 7. The next times you have to be careful. This x will be multiplied to this plus 1. So 1 times x will give me plus x. Then this x will be multiplied to this plus 7. So I will get 7 times x will give me plus 7x. So you can see a big times down here. That's why my times down here is bigger. Remember, the top multiply to the bottom, while the bottom multiply to the top. So I will have x, then I plus x plus 7, I will get plus 8x. So this method will tell me that this expression, when I expand it out, I will get x squared. Now conventionally we will write the x term first, then we will write the constant. So this will be my answer. So take your notebook and copy this down. Then we will try a few questions. So please pause the video and try these two questions. Don't worry, I will go through at the end of, or when you are done, or when you unpause the video, I will be going through. So I hope that you are done. And like I said, I like the bait method because it's kind of the only thing that you need for this type of quadratic expression. Later on, I will show you a question whereby you cannot use the bait method. So this is the disclaimer that I mentioned in the previous slide. Alright, so let me show you how to do these two questions using bait method. I hope that you have at least attended them. So first thing, you set up a bait, then 3x minus 1 you put here, 2x minus 5 you put here. 3x times 2x will give me 6x squared. Negative 1 times negative 5 will give me positive 5. 2x times negative 1, I will get negative 2x. 3x times negative 5, I will get negative 15x. Plus them together, I will get negative 17x. And this will be 6x squared minus 17x plus 5. This one will be my answer. Please check to see whether you are correct or wrong. For the next question, the method is also the same, very simple. You just draw this, 3x plus 2y, x minus 4y. 3x times x will give me 3x squared. 2y times negative 4y will give me negative 8y squared. X times 2y will give me 2y or 2xy. 3x times negative 4 will give me negative 12xy. I add them up, I will get negative 10xy. So my answer will be 3x squared negative 10xy minus 8y squared. Alright, now I think the things that you have to take note is we are multiplying here and we are multiplying here. Some student might take plus 2y minus 4y, then I will get negative, or then the student will get negative 2y, which is wrong. Alright, so please take note, it is multiply. You need to times them. Lastly, let's look at this question. This question is quite similar, but you cannot use the bait method already. For this, we have to go back to our good old block method. So I will have x here plus 2y divide into 3 parts. X plus 2y plus 1. X times x give me x squared. X times 2y will give me 2xy. Remember to write the plus x plus 2xy plus 4y squared plus 2y. So I will have x squared plus 2xy plus x plus 2xy again, then plus 4y squared plus 2y. Now, we will group the like terms together, and I will have x squared plus 4xy plus x plus 4y squared plus 2y. Yep, this will be the answer. But don't worry, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of question being asked. The overwhelming popular question is those that you saw in the previous slide, which you can easily use the bit method to solve them. Remember, x times x plus method. Alright, so this will be all for the video on the expansion of quadratic expression.